Hi folks, John Biggie Jr. from Biggie's Quality Meats. In our next 4 segments we're going to talk about the top 4 steaks as it's known in the meat industry. You got your ribeye steak, your tenderloin or filet mignon, your New York strip steak, your porterhouse or T-bone. Now I'd like to add one more in there, is your top sirloin steak. You'll see that a lot in restaurants. It's the lower end on the price scale, but it's still a great steak. But getting back to the top 4, I'd like to stress the point of marbleization. Marbleization is the #1 characteristic to a great piece of meat. You'll see that in these ribeye steaks, which, for what reason, ribeye steaks seem to have the most marbleization throughout the beef in the top 4 steaks. Got your beef tenderloin, not quite as marbled, as you can see. Alright, you got what would be known to some as the king and the queen of steaks, but you know, to me it's about flavor. You got the beef tenderloin's the most tender, naturally, and you got the ribeye steak, which is, I think it's as equally as tender, but it's got more flavor. So these 2 steaks are arguably the top 2 steaks in the industry. If you're going to be cooking at home, make sure you're looking for the marbleization. And if you're going to be spending, $12, $14, $16, $20 a pound on something, you want to make sure it's one of these top 4 steaks. Now we're going to move ahead to the New York strip steak and the T-bone and porterhouse. They are great steaks, not quite as heavily as marbled as the ribeye steak, but still you can see there's marbleization in them. Great steaks. Now the porterhouse or T-bone is the best of both worlds. You got your New York strip piece right here, and you got your filet mignon right here. Now as you can see, the T-bone doesn't have as much filet in it as the porterhouse does, so you want to look at that when you're out shopping. If you don't mind not having as much, the T-bone's the perfect route to take. So this is what we're going to be talking about over the next 4 segments, so stay tuned for our next episode and we'll move on to the ribeye steak, my favorite.